All right, ladies and gentlemen. The midfield conversation is really heating up. Callum Hudson-Odoi scoring for Bayer Leverkusen against Atletico Madrid. But is he the winger that we want back from Bayer Leverkusen, or is there another different winger? There's a whole heap of news in regards to off-the-field recruitments again. So we'll talk about all of this. Let's go.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get stuck into the news right away. As I said, lots of conversation happening in regards to the midfield situation. It's really ramping up and it needs renovation. It needs revamping. It needs a new look. There's no doubt about that. So the news about Bruno Guimaraes, I don't know. Like, if you want my personal opinion, I don't think this happens, but is it far-fetched? I don't think so. I mean, Newcastle, they are a slowly rising footballing team in terms of the global sort of reach. Obviously, they've always been a big club in the Premier League in terms of their fan base and the history and whatnot. But with the recent takeover, with the new owners that they have, Saudi Arabian owners, they're a work in progress. So I feel like someone like Bruno Guimaraes, who is one of their important players, if not the most important player, and they are looking to give him a bumper contract and make him one of the most lucrative players in their football club. But I think there could be an opportunity to lure him out right now. Like, if you were to give an opportunity for a Newcastle player to join one of the top teams, like whether it's City, Chelsea, Man United, Liverpool, they would seriously consider that opportunity right now until Newcastle actually becomes a proper top four club, year in, year out, season in, season out, and every season they're in the Champions League and they're doing well, and their stocks are rising. But right now, Bruno Guimaraes, I personally think he can be lured out, but whether that happens or not, I don't think so. That's the thing. I think he may just stick around. But let's have a look at the news, ladies and gentlemen. Chelsea have inquired about signing Bruno Guimaraes from Newcastle. Real Madrid's interest in the Brazilian prompted the Blues to make their move, but the Toon are plotting a bumper new contract to convince him to stay. Real Madrid, what are you guys doing? You've got Sherman, you've got Camavinga, you've got Valverde, you're looking to get Jude Bellingham, and now you're also interested to get Bruno Guimaraes. No. You cannot have all of these players in the one team. So I'd probably dismiss Real Madrid in this situation. If they get someone like Bruno Guimaraes, what's going to happen with Jude Bellingham? They do have Valverde as well. Yes, you can think about depth, but these players, they're not depth players. They're proper starters. And in Real Madrid, there's still no movements in regards to Modric and Kroos. They may still stick around for another couple of more seasons. You never know. So this has come from Nizar Kinsella stating that we've got a genuine interest in Bruno Guimaraes. However, later on in the day, from Graham Bailey, who not that long ago actually tweeted that we are interested in Bruno Guimaraes, but he just tweeted this out not that long ago. Newcastle United and Bruno Guimaraes have no intention of parting company anytime soon, and the club are not worried by the increasing interest being shown in him. This from Graham Bailey. Now, why are all of this news materializing? The reason why it's all materializing is because Jorginho and N'Golo Kante, they're in their last season and they potentially could be on the way out. N'Golo Kante probably looks like he's on the way out with his long-term injury. But Jorginho, on the other side, I don't know, there could be something going on. This is what Fabrizio Romano has just stated not that long ago. Chelsea are in contact with Jorginho's agent. He loves the club and London, but it will depend on the financial discussion. He further goes on to say, I think it would be smart for Chelsea to keep at least one of Jorginho and Kante. They have quality, experience, and they can still help the team and make a valuable contribution. See, this is what I've said in recent times as well. Jorginho still adds value. Not that Kante doesn't, but Kante is unavailable most of the times. One of the biggest factors, and touch wood, with Jorginho is that he's available. He barely gets injured, man. That's a great thing. Do I want to see both of them leave on a free? No, I don't. But if it happens, so be it. As I said, we need to revamp. I wouldn't mind keeping Jorginho for another season or a couple of seasons. If we do give him a two-year contract extension with a option for one more, we could potentially keep him for one season. embed some of the new midfielders coming in, and then look to sell him on later on and get some money out of it. Because right now, we won't get anything. He's going to go out on a free. But someone like Bruno Guimaraes, like for me, he's a total upgrade. He can do everything what Jorginho does. He can add goals. He can add assists. He's defensively quite astute. As a central midfielder, defensive midfielder, as a number 8, whatever you want to call it, Bruno Guimaraes can do all of that. So he's a total upgrade in regard from Jorginho. I still think there is a need for someone like Jorginho. He's such a unique player. No one in our squad at the moment can do what he does. You can put someone like Chalobah, but you're not going to get that same impact in terms of ball playing ability that Jorginho has, and the vision, the quickness of sort of that thinking process. He's a totally different type of a player. Now, some people can say, Miz, I don't want that kind of a player. He's too much of a disadvantage off the ball at times. I want someone like Declan Rice come in, do the simple things, much like Casemiro, and allow the number 8s to dictate play. Now, two different forms of ideology. How do we want to approach? It's totally up to Graham Potter to see what he wants to do. But as I said, I wouldn't mind keeping Jorginho for another season, maybe, whilst we revamp the midfield, and then possibly let N'Golo Kante go. But we'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. You let me know your thoughts around the midfield. Do you still want to keep Jorginho? What's your feelings about N'Golo Kante? Do you think we can lure someone like Bruno Guimaraes? I think that would be fantastic. Chelsea reportedly still keen on signing Denzel Dumfries from Inter Milan. Look, I don't think Denzel Dumfries happens this particular January window that's coming up. I think this could be something in the summer that we could revisit. We were heavily linked with him last summer window. Bottom line, we need someone badly as a backup for Reece James. Reece James cannot continue every season being the main guy. It seems like he is injury prone. The way he plays, the way his body is structured, it's too demanding. His body does give up. So we do need to give him a proper backup and manage him just the way we're managing Kovacic at the moment. If we want to see Reece James for a long period, we need a backup for him, and a very good backup. Right now, the backup that we have, no disrespect once again to Azpilicueta, there's nowhere near the levels. Dumfries won't be in the same levels as Reece James, but at least it's not a massive drop-off. Do you know what I mean? Everyone joining Chelsea at the board level thinks the same about Nkunku. He's an excellent talent. Deal is agreed in principle. There you go. Everyone that wanted to know a little bit about Nkunku, what's going on, what's the scenario, Fabrizio Romano has stated the deal is agreed in principle. So I won't be surprised if something gets announced, before the World Cup or after the World Cup or in the January window. I don't think he makes the move in January. I think he will stick it out with Leipzig. Leipzig's doing well. They're into the second round in the Champions League, I believe, after beating Real Madrid a couple of days ago. So for me, this player will probably be a summer acquisition. Like, it's all done and dusted. It's just going to join next season. But I'm super, super excited about this player. This player has got it all: technicality, pace, finishing. I love him, man. He's going to enhance our attack. There is no doubts about that. Now, a little bit about Callum Hudson-Odoi, ladies and gentlemen. You would have seen he scored a goal. Before we talk about this, let's just quickly go through this. Callum Hudson-Odoi got off the mark for Bayer Leverkusen last night, becoming the third English player to score for a German side in the Champions League after Jadon Sancho and Jude Bellingham. So fantastic achievement from Callum Hudson-Odoi. I watched this match, and I'll be absolutely brutally honest about it, right? If I was to go for a winger from Bayer Leverkusen, it's Moussa Diaby. Moussa Diaby looks like the kind of impact player that you want in your team. Robust, so much pace, very good cutting in from that left side and smashing it with his left. He's very technical as well, has got the eye for a pass, he's got vision. He looks like he can create chaos. Callum Hudson-Odoi, yes, he's a couple of years younger. Moussa Diaby is 23, Callum Hudson-Odoi 21. But with Callum, I feel like besides that goal, there wasn't much that he did in that entire match. And it seems like the common trend with Callum Hudson-Odoi when he plays for Leverkusen, he'll get that assist, but not really much else that's going on. This is his first goal for Leverkusen since he's made the move. I want to see him have a lot more impact. I want to see him create chaos. I want to see him take the man on. And that's not what I'm getting from him at the moment. Xavi Alonso, who's the manager at the moment in Leverkusen, has stated he wants to see him be more ruthless and score a lot more goals. So let's see what happens. But right now, if I'm being brutally honest, I'd probably take Moussa Diaby from Bayer Leverkusen. But ladies and gentlemen, you let me know. How do you feel about Callum Hudson-Odoi? Have you watched enough of him? If you have, what is your thoughts on him? What do you think about Moussa Diaby? Who would you choose from Bayer Leverkusen? Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Todd Bowley and Baghdad Eghbali on Joe Shields. So Joe Shields is the latest recruitment that we've made off-field. Another, I suppose, head of recruitment, director of recruitment. We are building an empire. We are going to create a monster organization that's going to ensure we get all the latest talent, all the latest gems, and hopefully we never get our signings wrong ever again. That's the vibe that I'm getting. Joe Shields, Joe is another great addition to Chelsea, and we are thrilled to have him on board. We have a clear plan and will adopt a modern and data-driven philosophy focused on elite emerging talent. I mean, this is why we're going out there buying all these youngsters. We're assembling deep and collaborative management team who are eager to build a continued sustained winner at Chelsea. Joe has a great track record and understanding of the game and emerging talent. We know we have another strong leader and a team player who will help us continue to build our world-class football organization. So, look, this is off the back of Lawrence Stewart that we recently talked about. Christopher Vivell is coming through. There's still talks about Michael Edwards perhaps next summer as a sporting director. Right now, I think Todd Bowley will stick around as a sporting director and he's doing a good job. So lots is happening. Joe Shields will start his new role when his obligation with Southampton are complete. So he's still got a little bit of obligations left. Once that's done, he will join Chelsea Football Club. Joe Shields has been appointed as co-director of recruitment and talent. There you go. That is his position. Next up, Todd Bowley is not changing his role. He's going to be coordinating everything, talking with clubs, bringing his ideas and working together with Graham Potter and the new board. This is from Fabrizio Romano. And Paul Winstanley is close to joining Chelsea from Brighton. Another off-field recruitment seems like Paul Winstanley from Brighton. In what capacity, I don't know. But look, yeah, I'm absolutely okay with Todd Bowley still being the sporting director. I think Todd Bowley's been doing a very good job. He's creating those relationships with other clubs, and he's done a very good job with the Christopher Nkunku situation. He's getting all these off-field, personnel to come and join this Chelsea structure in terms of recruitment. Head of recruitment, director of co-director, director of recruitment, HR, whatever you want to call it, technical director, sporting director, and all sorts are happening. But right now, I'm okay for Todd Bowley to still hang around and be the sporting director. And he's got conversations going on with Rafael Leao. Carry on, my man. Carry on. You're doing a good job. That's all I'm going to say. Bowley Clear Lake, we have a clear plan and will adopt a modern and data-driven philosophy focused on elite emerging talent. We're assembling a deep and collaborative management team who are eager to build a continued sustained winner at Chelsea. This seems to be the motto at the moment. When Joe Shields was announced, that's from the Chelsea website. Look, exciting times ahead. Hopefully, with Brighton coming up, that's going to be a feisty match, I feel like. Lots of emotions are going to be riding on that. Hopefully, we get that victory. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know how you felt about everything we've gone through. Bruno Guimaraes, the midfield talk conversation, Jorginho. How do you feel about that? Callum Hudson-Odoi, Christopher Nkunku, and all the stuff that we're doing off-field as well, all the different personnel that we're bringing in. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you have. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Till next time. See ya.